Okay, we're back in the tent. We, of course, got the Casselman Vikings in town for a couple of games on a Saturday as the CCHL 2 showcase weekend. And with me is Raymond Laverne. First of all, thank you very much. Congratulations. I'm sorry, Mike Ruest. Listen, I want to tell you, over the past couple of years, back-to-back championships, you've won 3 over, I believe, the last 5 years. Correct in saying that?
Yes, you are. I've been only like for the last 2 years. You're actually my 3rd year there.
You've got, you're in here for 3 years now. Had some junior history. Had a little time spent with a buddy of mine by the name of Robbie Dobson a number of years ago. I believe you're in Ottawa at that point, right?
Yes, we were. Yeah. And he's what a personable fellow, and we hit it off quite well as he was an assistant with the junior Sen for a year. And we parted ways after that year, and we still keep in touch by phone, and I get to have a few pints with him and discuss his new world, his new role in Westport. And I'm looking forward to touching base with him and having a massive piece with him.
You know, Mike, when we talk about this, those are the kind of things that have developed through junior hockey. Junior B hockey has been known for some, come back to 1966 as developing friendships where kids have developed a lifelong friendship. So have coaches and so have managers where you've met and it's gone on for another 30 or 40 years. The contacts have been made over those years. I'm sure you know and you're very much aware of all of that. You spent some time in Cornwall playing yourself, and then as you give back, because you want to go play, and then the great opportunity is for you to be able to come back and coach and give back to these kids from your experience that you've had. And I think that all means something, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And I was born in Cornwall, so it was my hometown. I had no problem playing there. It was a lot of fun. So just coming back and after my little career in hockey, I decided to get involved in helping and coaching. And the resources that you pull from the youngsters every year just gives you strength and energy to do it again the following year and build 20 strangers pretty well and try and shape them into something new.
It's a 12-month business, isn't it? I mean, season goes as we get into September and roll through into 2016, but on the off-season, you're still working. To be able to keep these teams competitive, your team and all the teams within this league, which is now 16 teams, you're constantly searching, you're constantly doing your homework. So really it is a year-round process because you have to try and continue to keep your nucleus to move forward.
You're right, Huey, and the wonders of texting. That makes it so easy to keep in touch with your players throughout the summer. And you touched on a very important thing at the end, keeping a nucleus in the right frame of mind and getting them ready. Once the graduates have graduated at the end of the year, making sure that the nucleus comes back, are aware of the responsibilities and embrace the new players coming in. And fortunate enough for us, the bar is high, and we see that as good pressure. And so far, I like what I see on our team. The psyche and the dressing room is quite intense already for a new bunch. So it gives me hope that we'll be up there contending.
And I'm sure you will. And when we talk about Casselman and all the teams that, those local teams, it's very important. That hockey team has been a part of that community for a number of years. The fans have come to that rink to watch that team, and that's their main part of entertainment. And I think that's another hugely important part about drawing players. Yes, you've got a winning hockey team, but you also put a winning hockey team and players on the ice in a really nice environment where they feel that, wow, they look in the stands and they're full of people, and isn't this great? That I'm excited to be here. And that can lead to a long-term player.
It certainly does. And that's what you're looking for as soon as the player comes in. Right now, it's not so easy to recruit anymore because the hockey pool is dwindling everywhere, not just for us. So it's important for us to make sure and nurse our players to make sure that they love coming to play here so that it's easy for them to say to their buddy, you know what, if you're not happy where you are or whatever reason, if you want a good place to play, come play for this hockey team, and you're going to have fun again.
Yeah, you're right. And it means so much, doesn't it?
It means a lot. And a happy player, you can draw a lot from that hockey player. And you can push him probably a lot easier than a player that's gone back.
Yeah, and you're right about he's got a buddy. And when you're looking, I mean, you can go rink to rink to rink all over the place, whereas right in your own backyard, you might have a kid that's playing for you right at the moment that knows of another kid or another couple of kids. It's all about contacts too, isn't it? I mean, when you spend years of history within this league, you meet people. We talked about your relationship with Robbie Dawson. Tell you, Mike, you've got a whole pile of those relationships over your years in hockey, don't you? And they count. They help you.
Yeah, certainly do. And you never lose touch with them. They may be far away, but right now it's only a phone call away, a texting away, and you always keep in touch with those players and your friends and hockey people. It's a small world, although it's a big sport. It's a small world when it comes to your friends with hockey.
It's also, those hockey teams the hockey teams that we're talking about, they mean a lot to the towns and the villages that they're a part of and they play in. I've seen a number of hockey players come out to give back to, any kind of fundraiser or charity or different things that we might be doing for a local food bank. They want to become involved within their community, and that's another great thing about development. We can talk about development in a number of different ways. One of the ways of development is developing a young kid into a young man and watching them grow and move on in life, right?
Exactly, and we certainly get a lot of gratification out of every year. This year, for example, 3 of our hockey players graduated from the PEA program.
Yes.
A player we had last year actually is playing for Cape Breton right now. So, those are the gratifying things that make it worthwhile. Coming to the rink on Tuesday night, turning below, and practicing with a bunch of players that are making the same effort in practice.
And when we talk about the league, formerly the Eastern Ontario Junior B Hockey League, and you take a look, you pull up the number of players that have moved on to the National Hockey League. Look at the number of drafts that have happened here. They've gone on to big careers thanks to this opportunity.
Yes, so many times, I think the pedigree of a hockey player stops at Junior A. They never seem to go to the Junior B level where they actually play. Half a year or 2 years. It seems it stops at the Junior A level.
And it is, because there has been so much development go on in the Junior B level. I mean, we're in Perth for the weekend. You had a chance to play with Billy Smith. Billy Smith was the first boy. He was with you in Cornwall way back when, and went on to a great career. But if you start pulling down the number of players that have graduated from the Junior B hockey organizations and communities that they call home to play in the National Hockey League, it's a pretty big number.
It is. The only reason Smitty ever made it in the NHL is because our defensive core was so porous, which I was one of them. And he was stopping 50 shots a game.
Stopping 50 shots, and if I remember right, he wasn't a guy that you wanted to stand in front of too many times. He was good with lumber too, I believe.
It was pretty funny. As he would stand up for Billy, after the period was over, he'd come up with your face and say, "What are you doing? That's my guy. That's my player." Okay, go.
Successful championship teams, you know what? It's tough each and every year to try and keep moving forward. How do you like this year? I mean, 2015, 2016, here we're opening up a great new weekend. And also, I think you got to be very happy and impressed with what's happening here in Perth. And it would be great for all our towns in the area to be able to have an opportunity maybe sometime to host a CCHL2 showcase weekend. And I think it's very important for the young men that are coming in here, what's happening within the building, that they're being introduced for every game. There's a lot of things that are happening here that make this a very classy kind of weekend, because it is a classy weekend.
It certainly is, you, and congratulations to Mike and the staff. Every volunteer to the man and the person is very helpful, polite, doing their jobs that they're supposed to be doing. What a great venue. Unfortunately, time restrictions don't allow you for a full hockey game, but that's fine. You accept that, and hopefully tomorrow with Perth will play tomorrow.
Yeah, they'll play again
tomorrow.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll fill this tent.
And you know what? with 2 periods, you're going full out, aren't you? I mean,
Yeah,
really, you drop that down and
I
lose
can't
it.
guarantee you that second game, but we'll certainly give it another.
Yeah, good for you that you're coming down and getting home this evening, but you're playing 2 fairly quickly and not a whole lot of rest time. The hockey club, again, you've done your homework. What do you think about the realignment work? Are you excited that there are some teams that, of course, you play time and time and time, and those rivalries have happened, but isn't it great that you're going to see a team maybe that you've never seen before?
That certainly is. That's why I couldn't answer your question at the beginning, whether you contend or that I've not seen like half these teams play yet, and until then, we'll certainly have a much better overview of it. But yes, be able to play new teams, find new rivalries is great, and I'm sure we'll find some along the way.
Yeah.
Because we are the hunted.
And you have been for the past number of years, but credit to you and credit to everybody within that organization. You know, that's just great. So, at any rate, we'll let you get back into the rink, and we appreciate the fact that you came.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much, Mike Ruest from the Casselman